Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing another pick a card reading. Today's question asks, what is blocking me from living my best life? So what I want you to do first is take a nice deep breath in and out. And maybe do that a couple more times and really focus on the question, and then choose with your intuition either pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, or pile number 4. It is completely fine to choose more than one pile, or maybe choose all of the piles. But do remember that there are many people that are listening to this video or watching this video, so there may be pieces of this that do not connect with you, or maybe it doesn't connect with you at all, and perhaps it was meant for someone else, and that's okay, because I do try to make more videos just like this. I will leave a timestamp down below if you would like to skip ahead to any of the readings, and I would like to just go ahead and jump into it. So, what is blocking me from living my best life? So we're going to go ahead with pile number 1. And I do have to warn that I am using the Tough Shit Tarot, so there is probably going to be a little bit of sweariness within this. So here we have the Ten of Wands. Here we have this broom and a spider web. We have the Ace of Swords, and we have Creeper. So Creeper says, your current love interest is a great fit for you, but you're showing your affection in an unhealthy way. If you aren't careful, you may drive them away. Okay, so what is blocking you? Let me kind of take in the cards. Okay, what I'm feeling is that you're actually piling way too much on your plate. You may have a lot of goals, a lot of things that you want to do, but you're trying to do everything all at once. And by trying to do everything all at once, you'll actually accomplish either getting nothing done or getting things done in a, well, how would we say, half-ass manner, just in order to get everything done on the to-do list, which I see with the Ten of Wands. I just see overburden, too much. I see this as like clearing out. We need to cut some of this away. And instead of seeing this more like a love interest, I see this more as the things that you love to do, that you're showing your love of doing these things in an unhealthy way by trying to take on more and more and more and more. And it's like, oh, well, I should take on all these things because it's connected to the things that I love. And sometimes we can turn the things that we love into burdens if we aren't careful, if we decide to take on too much. So you need to slow down, sir or sister, and you need to choose 1 or 2 things to focus on instead of all these things. Because if you choose to do all of these things, you're not only going to disrupt other things that you have to do on the daily, but you're not going to get everything done in the manner in which you would be really proud of yourself. All right, so that is the message for pile number 1. All right, going into pile number 2. What is blocking you from living your best life? And what I mentioned in pile number 1 is that I'm using the Tough Shit Tarot, which has a little bit of swearing, so just FYI. So let's take a look. What is blocking you from living your best life? So here we have the Four of Wands, which is a happy card. Here we have the balance of these 3 candles. We have the Hierophant. We have grab a juice box and then take a nap. You know that you're throwing a childlike temper tantrum right now. Nourish that unhappy child with some quality food and rest in order to transform this situation. Okay, so let me take this all in. What is blocking you from living your best life? Okay. Perfectionism. That's what I'm getting. Well, this is what I'm getting with this is perfectionism. You know, having everything done by the book, just so. It's like, you know, if the bed sheets don't have that, or even the blankets on the bed don't have that perfect angle when you fold them at the corners, you know, it totally throws off your day. Or if, you know, It's, there's weeds growing where you just pulled some weeds. It's like little things that are setting you off because of your not procrastination, but perfectionism and nitpickiness. So I see this Four of Wands. Everything needs to be structured just so. Everything here is just so. Everything is perfect by the book, the way things are supposed to be. And what this card is telling you is by continuing to throw a fit every time everything isn't perfect is not only going to give you probably indigestion and a migraine, but it's going to give everybody around you a headache as well. So in order to become a more pleasant person to be around, which you probably are a very pleasant person, but by trying to control every little element of our environment, which is impossible, by the way, because we are not gods and goddesses. We are part of the divine, but we are not gods and goddesses. So just allow things that are out of your control to be out of your control, and control the things that you can. So if there are weeds growing in my yard, I'll get to those later, but I can't control the rains. The rains have been out of control, which have been contributing to my plethora of weeds in my yard. Okay, whatever, I'll get to those later. I'm not going to go curse the clouds and curse the heavens because it's raining so much. If my house is dirty, I'm going to clean it. But I can't help that when people come in my house, they track dirt into the house. So I'm not going to follow them with a little dirt devil vacuum, and because that would just really annoy and make my guests feel unwelcome. So here, maybe tone it down a little bit on the perfectionism. So that's it for pile number 2. Going into pile number 3. What is keeping you or blocking you from living your best life? Again, I'm using the Tough Shit Tarot here, which does have a little bit of swearing, so just FYI warning. So let's see what we have here. We have the Ten of Swords. We have a little cup of tea. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting, 2 tens. And then we have time to grow up. You are currently playing out the energy of outdated childhood beliefs. This card is a reminder to embrace and heal your inner child in order to become clear in the present moment. All right, so actually I really am feeling that the message on this card is rather literal. It hasn't been literal in the first 2 messages, but here it is. So the Ten of Pentacles, I see that as family. As kind of maybe the family that we have now, or the family that we came from. And then the Ten of Swords, I see that is putting an end to that, and just like having a cup of tea and sitting with who you are now. You don't necessarily have to have a cup of tea, but I mean, tea is good. Might I suggest the Captain's Tea, Earl Grey, or maybe a nice green tea or whatever it may be. But maybe starting to think about why you might be doing some of the things that you're doing, kind of look at what is going on that is making you unhappy. Like, I don't want this to happen, or why is this okay, start to think, what are you doing? This is where we take ownership of things. Yes, I know it doesn't feel good to like kind of own up to certain things, and I know sometimes it's not always like all our fault, but what are some things that you may be doing to self-sabotage or to act out things that hurt you in the past? Because if that's the case, we need to work on those past things so they stop interfering with our current life. So we need to cut out crap that happened to us when we were a kid, because it's time for us to live the life that we have now, not the life that we had, because we can't go back. I mean, unless you're gonna like build a time machine out of a DeLorean, we can't really go back in time and fix everything, but we can fix who we are and how we act and how we react now. So, very quick and curt message for you guys. All right, going into our final pile number 4. Yay! And this card here is the Tough Shit Tarot. So if they're swearing, I'm just giving you fair warning. All right, so what do we have here? We have the Five of Swords, muy interesante. We have some bath time here. We have Justice, I like it. And then we have a Spit or Swallow. The only thing getting between you and your next step in life is pride. The effort it takes to stay stuck is preventing you from applying yourself to a new venture. It doesn't matter what you do right now, just make a choice in order to move on. Okay, so let me take this all in. Okay, so this could also be shit or get off the pot, but what I'm getting, with, things where maybe we feel defeated, things where you didn't get your way, basically, like maybe you didn't get the job that you wanted, maybe you didn't get the raise that you wanted, maybe you didn't wind up living right now where you really wanted to live right now. Maybe you really wanted those flowers in the front yard to grow and they just didn't grow. Okay, we need to move on from those things instead of dwelling. So this is where I see taking a little time out, taking a little, well, that didn't work. How can I try harder next time? Which is what I see with the balance of justice. Not really like taking justice out on this kid, but more like, what can I do moving forward? So I didn't, win whatever it was. Okay, how does that make me better now? What have I learned? How does that make me stronger? What am I going to do to ensure success next time? This is the winner's mindset. So shit or get off the pot. Don't just sit around walking around in a circle being like, well, I didn't get this and da 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 and why didn't, okay, you didn't, it's done, over with, we're moving on. What do we move? What's our next step? What are we doing next? And that's what I'm getting with this message, is just move on. How you gonna make it better? How you gonna do better next time? How you gonna plan better next time? Who you gonna call in for help next time so that you don't get the exact same result as that you got this time. All right, that is it for pile number 4. All right, and that's it, you guys. Thank you for coming by for your pick a card reading. What is blocking you from living your best life? I look forward to your comments and questions and whatever you may say down in the comment section down below. Let me know what pile you chose. How did it connect to you? Maybe you chose multiple piles. Maybe you listened to the whole thing and you were able to get, some sort of message out for you. So I'm very interested in hearing in that. And that's it for me, spiritual homies. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, one that's more one-on-one, you, me, migo, imigo, or miga, imiga, then head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. I have a lot of different types of readings. I have conjumancy readings, Lenormand readings, tarot readings, oracle readings, mediumship readings, readings for your pets that have crossed over, lots of different stuff. And I also have over in my shop my Wally's World Oracle, which is now available for pre-order. But remember, there's a limited number of copies, so once they are gone, they are gone. So make sure to snatch up your pre-order today. All right, and that's it from me. And please let me know also in the comment section down below what other types of pick a card readings you would like me to do. All right, so I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.